subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given one warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings.
Thank you. At this time, we will be joined by Pastor Dr. Daniel Moore for the invocation. We will be joined by correction.
Good evening. Let us bow. Kind and most gracious God, we say thank you. Thank you for another humbling opportunity for us to come together for the sixth State of the City address of Mayor Neeley. We ask you to be with our mayor, be with this administration, be with the council. We thank you for another opportunity to move this great city forward. We ask you in the mighty name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Pettigrew. At this time, we will have special guests join us in leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Roman Lester, Parker Warner, Maya Walker, Quanzel Brown, and Zoe Ferreira.
The flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Once a booming and prosperous city, the spark that helped ignite the automotive revolution, Flint saw its fortunes shift as the GM plant closings accelerated population decline. Economic disinvestment deepened the crisis, leading the state of Michigan to appoint an emergency manager, stripping locally elected officials of their power. Under state management, the Flint water crisis emerged, a man-made disaster with ripple effects that continue today. In the midst of this turmoil, Mayor Sheldon Neeley stepped up to lead the city he loves. Born and raised in Flint, Mayor Sheldon Neeley, with his administration and the help of City Council, has guided Flint through the COVID-19 pandemic, which further strained the city, as well as the racial tensions that rose during the Black Lives Matter movement. But each challenge was met. Listen to the results. Flint operated ambulance service, homeowner improvement grants, new service center, small business grants, new affordable housing, wellness Wednesdays, new fleet of police and firefighters vehicles, secured Flint's pension system, and so much more. The work is just beginning, but we believe in one Flint. You see, the naysayers will try to fill the air with negativity, but it takes courage, persistence, and faith for change to truly happen. Flint has been through the worst of times, but that doesn't define us. What defines us is how we rise.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Sheldon A. Neeley.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really hoping and praying that that song made you stand up. So I can say I got my standing ovation at the very top and I don't have to really work for it, right? You know, it is a great thing. You know, now, you know, we talk about the past and where we came from, and it's really important to be able to talk about where we started and how we got here. But definitely, some things haven't changed, you know. One thing that hasn't changed that I recognize in this picture here that my hairstyle has regressed back to the beginning. But I really believe that smile is pretty much the same, you know. it is important never to forget about where history started for us here in the city of Flint. Our pains of the past does not define who we are. The theme of this is about how do we rise? What defines us is how we rise. I thank God for giving me the vision to lead in this community. And that definitely, this is a job that God has to put on your heart. You know, we talk about partnerships, and we talk about prayer, planning, and partnership in this community. And I've always said that, and partnership is very important. I want to thank Pastor Pettigrew for delivering such a mighty, mighty prayer. I want to thank those magnificent young people for giving the Pledge of Allegiance. Give them a round of applause. I also want to thank the Capitol for hosting us here. Rodney and Donnie and his team has been fantastic in putting this thing together, and they have done a fantastic job. And please give them a round of applause. Those incredible young people that came here to give that pledge, you know, my favorite line in that pledge is, one nation, indivisible, under God, indivisible under God, with liberty and justice for all. I should know it if it's my favorite line, right? But definitely that line should speak to all of us. Liberty and justice for us all. And when we talk about liberty and justice, we have to talk about how can we get there together. I'm proud to stand here before you to deliver my 6th State of the City address. We've been doing incredible work. I want to take this moment to recognize God, my family, my friends, and all of you for coming out here in this climate and weather today. Thank you so much for that. To the great residents of this community, thank you. I also want to take a moment to thank my wife of 33 years, along with our daughters, Taylor and Morgan. You guys are truly, truly my anchors. Taylor and Morgan, my wife. And tonight, as I stand here with our 6th State of the City address, I am proud to tell you the state of Flint, Michigan is strong. For the first time in 20 years, our city of Flint is growing. Our population is growing. Definitely, when people are coming here to live, that's saying something to everyone. Our assessed property values in the city of Flint for the first time since 2011 has exceeded $1 billion. That's real progress. From our economic growth department to jobs and creating infrastructure upgrades, we are doing the work here every single day. And this has happened because of what I call the plan. And the plan has been prayer, planning, and partnership. You've all heard me say about that. We look for our partners, we pray, and we look for the prayers that's needed every day, and we all stand in need of prayer. Today I offer 2 more P's, patience and persistence. Patience and persistence. Prayer, planning, partnership, patience, and persistence, because it's going to take all of us. I want to thank the staff here at the City of Flint, our department heads. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for the dedicated service and work that you've done across the City of Flint to increase the quality of lives for those families. Definitely thank you for your dedication, and give them a round of applause. And also want to thank the Flint City Council. I want to thank you for your level of partnership to be able to help give the dedicated work that's needed to increase the quality of life inside the city of Flint. So thank you. Also, I want to thank the Flint School Board and Calvin Jones for being committed to some of Flint's earliest and youngest residents. I want to thank the higher education partners, Kettering University, Dr. Robert McMahon. Also, Lawrence Alexander from the University of Michigan Flint. And thank you so much for coming here. Lawrence, you've been a great partner, and you are definitely engaging the space with real energy. And thank you for being here. Also, Mott Community College President, Shonda Richardson Snell. Thank you, and give her a round of applause to our higher education. To our Genesee County Board of Commissioners, thank you for your partnership. We have developed a historic partnership to demolish houses throughout our county and the city of Flint. We've been doing a great program there. Also to our county clerk, Dominique Clemens, and also our county treasurer, Mr. Sam Muma. Seasoned veterans They're bringing real experience to their jobs. Thank you for what you're doing. To our state delegation, and this is really important, we have an incredibly strong state delegation. They have been doing great work, and some would say and argue the fact that they're the strongest state delegation in the state of Michigan. I would agree with that because the work shows here inside the city of Flint. Senator John Cherry Jr. of the 27th District. Also, State Representative Jasper Martis, doing a fantastic job. Also, the better looking of the three, State Representative Cynthia Neeley. And I can tell you, I have a healthy fear of this legislator, doing great work, and thank you. And you'll hear more about the great work that they're doing inside the state of Michigan and also for the city of Flint. Definitely to our federal delegation. Here today we have U.S. Senator Representative Kristen McDonald-Rivet. Give her a round of applause. Also, U.S. Senator Alyssa Slockins. And our senior U.S. Senator, Mr. Gary Peters, who announced, give him a round of applause, that he announced that he will be retiring at the end of this year. And we know that beside every great man, there is a stronger and greater woman. And I want to thank Colleen Peters for being a strong partner to our Senator Gary Peters. He's been doing fantastic work for the city of Flint, and he deserves the opportunity to address you here tonight. Senator Peters?
Good evening, Flint. I'm U.S. Senator Gary Peters, and I wish I could be there in person to join all of you for tonight's State of the City. But I want to take a moment to thank everyone for your support, your partnership, and advocacy in supporting your community. I want to thank Mayor Neeley for his partnership and his countless public servants and local nonprofits for their hard work and service to the city. None of this work could have been possible without your support. It's an honor to represent Flint in the United States Senate, and I'm grateful for the support of this community, and I will never stop fighting for you. Because together, we are Flint strong.
Amen to that. We are Flint strong. And we have strong philanthropic partners here inside the city of Flint. We want to thank the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation, the Ruth Mott Foundation, the United Way, and the Community Foundation of Greater Flint. And to all the other organizations who have supported us to be able to keep us lifting and keep the momentum going inside the city of Flint. And we want to talk about tonight what I call the 5 points of light. And every strong community across our nation has these 5 points. I call them residential, recreation, economics, education, and safety. We look at these 5 points of light, what I call them, because this is what it takes to make a strong community. These 5 points of light, they're not black, they're not white, they're not rich, they're not poor, they're not Republican, they're not Democrat. They're just points of light that we all desire safer places to live in our community, economic engines in our community. And when we talk about the strength of any great community, we must talk about the point of light, the economic engines. We have ideas and visions and dreams, but they soon can become hallucinations if you don't have the proper resources. But I'm proud to say tonight, we're turning dreams into reality, reimagining and rebuilding our community. Definitely when I took office in November of 2019, Flint's net position was a negative $258 million. Today, our position is a positive $230 million. That is $480 million turnaround. That's nearly $500 million. This is one of the strongest turnarounds in economic history in Flint, Michigan, and definitely in the state of Michigan. And we had to do that work together. It was intentional, and it was deliberate. Delivering 6 balanced budgets. 6, that's deserves a round of applause there. not overspending, practicing a discipline, while increasing services to our residents. We did this without one single layoff. In fact, we hired more students. We were able to hire more staff. And this is what responsible leadership really looks like. Highlighting one of those most important financial turnarounds and achievements is when we came in 2019, we had a pension fund that was only 29% funded, dangerously low, on the verge of collapse. Today, it is 64% funded, and next year we'll announce that it is funded at a 72%, and this means security for our workers and our retirees. Another milestone passed. For the first time in 15 years, Flint has $1 billion in assessed property values. This means our city is growing, stabilizing, and gaining value. Every community has to gain its value to pay for itself. We had to think outside of the box. Thinking outside of the box, we opened up a service center on Flint's north side that's currently in full swing on Clio and Pearson Road. This helped generate more than $1 million in additional revenue. This city becomes stronger as a byproduct of making accessible services to residents easier. And so when we did this, and it came to me, and this is where I had a vision. Huntington Bank was there, located on Flint North Side. They said they were going to close. I told the staff, I said, let's take this over to be able to provide a level of service from a disservice from a bank closing. So we opened it up. We offered the opportunity for residents to go through a drive-through, much like you see at a regular bank, to pay their bills, utilities, and taxes, to open it up as a police mini-station. And Flint is stronger as a byproduct of us thinking outside of the box, generating extra services for residents. The place is open on Saturdays. We provide a longer hours of operation, and we are doing so much better as a byproduct. That deserves a round of applause. Not only performing smart business and doing smart business every day, we had to think about additional partnerships. Currently, Flint is one of the few cities in the state of Michigan that collects its own local income tax. And for years, we have shouldered that burden with low capacity and low results on collecting that level of income tax. Today, I am proud to say that we struck a partnership with the state of Michigan, and they have agreed to collect the local income tax for the city of Flint. Next year, we project an additional $3 million in annual revenue, and this means more services for residents inside this great city, and this is a major step forward. Let's hear from some members of our team to tell us a little bit more about it.
We're making it easier than ever for Flint residents to handle their bills and payments. Customers can pay bills online and go paperless with the Invoice Cloud app, and residents can track their water usage in real time through the Ion Water mobile app. Our drive-thru on Clio Road adds convenience with later and Saturday hours, and we're listening to residents by working to reduce fees and improve service. Next year, real-time payments will make customer service even faster and simpler for everyone.
The assessment team has updated thousands of property records using site inspections and aerial photography to ensure that assessments accurately reflect each property's true condition. As new homes are built and redevelopment continues, property values are beginning to stabilize. We are committed to being transparent and approachable for all residents. Fair and open assessments build trust, and that trust helps strengthen every Flint neighborhood.
We've been busy planning Flint's next chapter, unlocking over $60 million to reshape our city's future. That includes launching Michigan's first income tax partnership outside Detroit, giving residents easier online filing and faster refunds starting in 2027. We helped restore federal confidence with the EPA lifting Flint's water emergency order, expanded digital access through Flint's Inclusion Hub, and supported families with bold medical debt relief. From home repairs to clean energy jobs, every step forward is about putting people first.
Flint's finances tell a story of resilience. We went from a $258 million deficit to a $230 million surplus, one of the biggest turnarounds in Michigan. That success means more investment in neighborhoods, new police vehicles, repaired sidewalks, small business grants, and better parks. Every dollar is tracked and publicly reported because in Flint, accountability matters. Smart planning and strong partnerships have turned our finances into the foundation for Flint's future.
I call them our financial architects. But you know, in this role that I stand in today, you know, it took a lot of work to get here. We all have to have role models and people that we can lean on and people that we can talk to about how we move forward in our community and our nation. I want to take the opportunity to thank one of my role models that he probably didn't know he was a role model in this space. It's Wayne County Executive Warren Evans. Give him a round of applause for being here today. Sometimes when we say we're thinking out of the box, it's just because we copied off of somebody else's box, right? And so Warren, you're doing a fantastic job, and thank you for joining us here in the city of Flint today. But definitely you followed our lead, and I know our kids is gonna be in Wayne County very soon because we are continuing here in the Flint to lead the nation. Give that a round of applause. Economic recovery is happening across the city in every neighborhood, and tonight I'm proud to report that we have $1.3 billion in economic development underway inside the city of Flint. Small business, corporate expansions, and transportation and infrastructure departments, real projects, real progress, real jobs. Tonight, let's hear from some of our big corporate neighbors here inside the city of Flint, Ashley Capital, and Priority Ways.
Buick City was an important piece of Flint's history. Ashley Capital is building on that history with the Flint Commerce Center redevelopment. This investment of over $300 million will create thousands of new jobs for Flint. This project is a public-private partnership between Ashley Capital, the Mayor's Administration, City Council, the Mott Foundation, Genesee County, and the State of Michigan. Building 1 is now fully leased. Victory Packaging and Bunzel were the first of many to say yes to Flint's North Side, bringing with them over 100 new jobs, most being filled by residents of Flint. The first phase of demolition finished this year with the installation of new, chemically resistant public storm and sanitary sewers to replace old lines that cross the site. Ashley Capital joined hands with the brothers and sisters of Oak Park, the mayor, and city council to breathe new life into Flint's historic First Park. Through an investment of nearly $500,000 and a commitment to maintaining the park for 20 years, Ashley Capital rebuilt Oak Park with new pavilions, sidewalks, grills, benches, and upgraded infrastructure. The improvements were completed just in time for the brothers and sisters' 10th annual reunion, marking a milestone in Flint's ongoing renewal. Ashley Capital is proud to stand with the people of Flint as the city builds a stronger future, bringing new investments, good jobs, and lasting benefits to the community.
What a great time to be the city of Flint. The next 10 years with Priority in our partnership, we are extremely excited about. Priority Waste is bringing a $50 million investment into a recycling facility, up to 150 local jobs, and it couldn't have been done without Flint trusting us to be your provider. We'd like to thank the council, the mayor, the city of Flint, Genesee County, and all involved in making this an awesome relationship. And there's nothing that makes us happier than being a part of you. So thank you for that, guys.
Thank you, Ashley Capital and Priority Waste. When they made the choice to come here to locate, become a neighbor, they have to be a good corporate neighbor, providing jobs and good service for our residents. And that's what partnership looks like. The partnerships that we have doesn't only extend to large corporations or businesses, large businesses, but it also speaks to small businesses. Small businesses are the heartbeat of any local community. Using our American Rescue Program and dollars, we have partnered with LISC and SIPI to invest in some of our small businesses here inside the city of Flint. So that is the economic ecosystem that we have to continue to invest in, to support each and every day, to make sure that we have a good balance in our neighborhoods and in our community. This is why Flint is so strong. Let's hear from our small business partners.
It feels like Michael Jordan coming down, hitting that game-winning shot, Game 7, baby. It was clutch.
I mean, when I applied for it, I thought, okay, didn't really think it would happen. And now I'm just trying to figure out just how far can I stretch this.
Flint, we have this amazing ecosystem that really supports and helps small businesses.
So I got a lot of plans for the grant right now that's going to help us out and help keep pushing us forward.
I think the biggest way that we contribute to Flint as a small business is that our money stays here. Small business, your money stays right here, and it circles around again and again and again.
I'm extremely happy that I was chosen to be one of the recipients for the lovely grant. Thank you so much, Mayor Neeley and the City of Flint. You guys are amazing.
So what the grant means to me personally, for my husband and I both, is during COVID, I lost my mom and dad within 24 hours, and then my grandma 2 weeks later. And my dad had COVID, and that's how he passed away. So during that time, I was so distraught. So the fact that we survived during that time frame, we feel very blessed.
And resilience is like the middle name of Flint. We have recovered from so many crises that it's pretty amazing if you think about it. We've stayed resilient by having a good attitude.
Flint strong.
All right, Flint strong.
This is a wonderful community. I can't say enough about it.
A strong economic engine is a start to provide those resources to fuel those visions and a dream for a comeback of a community. We do that. And my administration also made a promise to residents that we would turn blight into beauty here in the city of Flint. And we have to move forward with residential intent, meaning that we have to do the work each and every day. Elimination of blight turns into beauty. Obstacles turns into opportunity. And cleaning up our neighborhoods was top priority. To date, we have removed, with our partnership with the Land Bank and the Genesee County, more than 2,000 blighted structures. And this year alone, we have replaced 3,100 sidewalk squares and paved over 17 miles of road. We are clearing the way, restoring dignity, and also pride in our city. In 2019, the emergency managers came in and deconstructed communities like Flint. They sold everything. We didn't even own a lawnmower inside the city of Flint. And most of the other assets were liquidated. Today, we have built up our fleet. We have more than $2 million of equipment, mostly funded by the state. Thank you, the state delegation. This is giving our crews the tools they need to keep Flint clean and safe. As we remove abandoned blight and unsafe structures like this here, take a look. The Howard Johnson Motel, you guys remember this, on the south side. It sat vacant for more than a decade. It sat there, but we cleared the way. The Ballinger Road Apartments, it sat there, tied up to the courts in 5 years. Also, we look at Atherton East, a housing development that had to be cleared, and also a burned out structure that sat burned out on our drag on Saginaw and Hamilton. We are clearing the way for redevelopment, and these projects that we are doing, we're doing through the level of partnerships inside the city of Flint. We have to make sure we have new housing developments. We are building across the city of Flint, creating new opportunities, looking at stability, hope for families in every neighborhood. Marketplace Apartments, Clark Commons, Harrison Street, the Gatehouse, and Orchard Grove. This is what we're doing inside the city of Flint, preserving, stabilizing, helping families stay safe in their homes, and protecting one of their most valuable assets. When we talk about building new, we also have to preserve old. Helping those most vulnerable residents stay in their homes and keeping their homes up to a level where they can be proud in their homes is very important. We used our American Rescue Plan dollars to do just that. American Rescue Plan dollars. I call myself a financial engineer. My staff just calls me cheap. We can turn a penny into a dime and a dime into a dollar. But definitely we started new programming, helping residents take away trees and cutting down unsafe places in our city of Flint. Also, we had a roof replacement program. We put $5.6 million into that replacement program. And I want to thank our friends at Habitat for Humanity, Metro Housing, and the Disability Network for their level of partnership. And the city of Flint even stepped up to hire some small contractors to replace another 56 roofs in our city. As mayor, I serve the residents of this great community. But there's nothing like looking into a child's eye and seeing that glimmer of hope, or looking into a vulnerable resident's eye, knowing that they could not get the services they need for a roof replacement to protect their most valuable asset, and talking with them. But today, I'm going to share with you the opportunity to hear from some of them residents. Now let's take a moment to hear from some of our team and some very happy residents in Flint.
I'm very grateful. They know when they called me that I was overwhelmed.
I feel elated and I'm happy, and just knowing that I was born here and to see that my city helped me when I needed help, that's amazing.
I'm so grateful for this program and for the mayor and for Judy and everyone that was involved. I never thought that this would happen. Now, my kids, my grandkids, when I'm long gone, will still be living in this house.
Yeah, I've been here 30 years and I'm happy. And I remember all my mother used to say is, I just want to stay in my own home. And that's what I want to do.
Because when I lost my son 5 years ago, I thought I was going to have to move. And my son told me, stay here. He said, stay here, Mom. It'll get better. It'll get easier. I appreciate everybody that's involved, and especially Mayor Neeley. Yes, he's a great mayor. Flint strong.
Flint is changing. You can see it on every block. We cleared dangerous structures like the burned Oak Park United Methodist Church. These cleanups make our neighborhoods safer and ready for new investment. I am very excited about the mayor's vision to bring back 2 critical services to the city. Those include our internal demolition program and the plans for expanding our forestry division. Every cleanup, every project brings us one step closer to a stronger city.
At the Fleet Department, we're keeping Flint moving, literally. We've procured 40 new vehicles and pieces of heavy equipment this year, from police cruisers to street sweepers. By performing most repairs in-house, we're saving taxpayer dollars and keeping our vehicles on the road longer. Updating our technology has helped us diagnose maintenance issues before they become problematic. With plans to purchase more hybrid and electric vehicles, we're building a fleet that's smart, sustainable, and ready for the future.
Keeping Flint green, clean, and beautiful takes all of us. Through our ARPA sidewalk and tree program, we've serviced more than 1,400 trees and planted over 4,000 new ones across the city. When storms hit, our crews clear roads fast. More than 460 downed trees this year alone was removed. And yes, those city carts are a big hit. Maybe too much of one, With new recycling education rolling out soon, we're helping residents take pride in keeping Flint clean.
You know, in Flint, we're writing a new chapter. But every new chapter has to have a foundation. I'm a resident of this community, and I love my community. Born and raised here. I've only lived in 2 homes my whole life, where I was raised with my family, my mother, my father, my brother, and a house I bought with my teenage sweetheart. And so when we talk about a level of security in our homes, we have to talk about that. We have to talk more in our society. We have to have sometimes those uncomfortable conversations. And uncomfortable conversations are not disrespectful conversations, but they're conversations that has to be had. In order for us to live together, to be here together, we have to lay down our arms from the hostility, the malice, and the hate that we see in our community. We have to be able to have a level of partnership. And that's why I keep talking about those words, partnership. What defines us is how we rise, right? 5 points of light. And we have the foundation in every neighborhood to do just that. This brings us to another critical point of light, safety. Do we feel safe in our neighborhoods? How many of us sometimes hear gunshots at night, but we don't dial 911 or call the police? We need to be able to pull in together as one community, as one Flint, to be able to enhance that level of safety in our community. I'll come back and talk about a few statistics and data points that may surprise a few of you, but definitely, this should be really resonating with you. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This brings us to the next chapter. This chapter is one that we all talk about, our public safety. And here to talk a little bit more about our public safety forces is our police chief, Terrence Green, and our fire chief, Mr. Theron Wiggins.
Public safety in Flint is about more than enforcement. It's about partnerships and trust. That's why we're investing in our young people through PAL programs like swimming lessons and peer mediation, helping students and officers build real connections. Our officers are focused on improving safety across the city, and it's working. We've seen a significant drop in fatal and serious injury crashes thanks to consistent zero-tolerance traffic initiatives. And our major case unit is solving violent crimes at an 80% rate for homicides, far above the national average of 56%. That means real resolution for families facing the unthinkable. The Flint Police Department remains committed to transparency, accountability, and keeping our community safe.
Thanks to Mayor Neeley's leadership, we brought ambulance services back under the Flint Fire Department, and has already saved lives since launching. We've generated over $900,000 in EMS revenue, on track to hit nearly $1 million early 2026. Every dollar goes right back into the service, upgrading equipment, improving training, and expanding capacity for faster response time. I'm also proud to share that the Flint Fire Department was recognized by the State Fire Marshal's Division for installing more smoke detectors and carbon detectors than any other department in Michigan. Nearly 1,900 detectors have been installed so far. Whether it's fighting fires, saving lives, we're proving every day that Flint delivers world-class service with hometown pride.
You know, I thank them for the fantastic job that they're doing, and I promise to keep you guys here for only a moment of time and keep us on schedule. I want to talk about a few more things. Ambulance service stopped inside the city of Flint about 20 years ago. But using our opioid dollars, we invested in 3 new ambulances. When I found out the minimum response time was 30 minutes for a patient that was down inside the city of Flint, I said, we can't have that. So now we purchased those ambulances. Response times are down to about 5 minutes. That is marvelous. So if I suggest that if you're going to get sick in Genesee County with 33 units of government, you might want to do it here in the city of Flint. We can get you to safe places, you know. Definitely some of the other things that we're doing inside the city of Flint, and I know my staff back there is going through the slides, but we're going to go to talk about the regional public training facility that we want to put online. And we're doing this and we're working to make sure that we can train our public safety officers better and faster and stronger here inside the city of Flint. I want to give a shout out to our Chief of Staff, Ed Taylor, for his vision, for making sure that we're moving this project forward, and I know he wants a round of applause. This training center, this is the rendering, it's going to save lives and time and money and generate additional revenue inside the city of Flint. This will be placed on Flint's north side, and this is great work that is happening here inside the city of Flint. And so definitely, when we talk about these great things, we have to talk about making sure we take predators off the street that's committed many, many crimes long ago. Today, we have our SOTC unit led by Sergeant Mona Patterson. This is our SOTC team. That's a very good looking picture right there. And the SOTC team is closing out the sexual assault cases at a record pace, and they're doing a fantastic job doing this important work here in the city of Flint, and they're taking the predators off the streets. We know if it's a crime and they got away with it, they may think they got away with it, but in the city of Flint, we're going to hunt you down. I want to also thank the state delegation from the city of Flint and the state for getting us a $1.5 million grant for retention and recruitment of new officers. And we're developing that because we need that additional dollars. I want to thank our partners at Consumers Energy. We put $2.8 million to upgrade our street lighting system to LED lighting system, and also adding 300 new locations for lighting inside the city of Flint. Give that a round of applause. We know that mental illness is an issue, and it's on the rise in the U.S. Increased depression, anxiety, and other mental health challenges. In order to build a healthier and safer city, we wanted to provide a level of service for people that we could not provide before. We have to treat addiction, and I believe this, we have to treat addiction as a disease. We have to have better health outcomes. We have placed Narcan distribution kits all across the city of Flint, and we're going to find more places. We also are working with our partners in psychiatric hospitals to provide more beds, giving them dedicated services where they can heal. Residents need this level of support. I want to thank Dr. Shaw and our friends at Insight. This is a great facility, and they're right there in the city of Flint. 70 new beds are going to be there for this dedicated service. Give them a round of applause. But more is coming, thinking out of the box. We know we have a county health system, but we needed a local health operation department. When we looked at what COVID-19 did to our communities and our nation, it really did a job on communities with a heavy minority population. I watched in Detroit when refrigeration trucks was pulling up to the hospital because the board couldn't have it. We declared an emergency here before we even had our first case. And they said, it's not here. I said, no, it's not a matter of if, it's when. We have to prepare and get ready for it. Not being afraid to step out there to fight for life. And today, we have a public health office inside the city of Flint. led by Mrs. Sheba Ward, and I want to hear from her tonight.
Our team is focused on healing the whole community, mind, body, and spirit. Wellness Wednesdays, inspired by the mayor and our partners, have connected more than 300 residents to free health services, screenings, and support. With partners like Concrete Rose, Serenity House, and the Genesee County Prevention Coalition, we're making wellness part of daily life in Flint. Next, we're expanding into organ donation, cancer research, and a national fitness campaign, because a healthier Flint means a stronger future for everyone.
Dealing with people without giving them a stigma is very important. Judge less, help more. That's what we need to do. And in the city of Flint, we're doing just that. Thank you, Sheba, and thank the members of your department for being just that for us here. Recreation is another one of the 5 points of light: residential recreation, economics, education, and safety. Recreation is very important inside of a community like Flint. And I'm smiling because it's bringing back memories. I remember as a young guy that my father would take me, this is when arcades were big, because before video games was really in your house. He would take me to the arcade one week, and then the very next week he would take me to the park. Then he'd take me back to the arcade the next week. Then he'd take me back to the park. And it wasn't until I became a grown man with my own children, I found out what he was doing. He was taking me to the arcade on payday. And when he didn't have any money, he took me to the park. And that's why recreation is one of the 5 points of light, and it has to shine bright. The quality of life has increased for every family across the city of Flint because of these 5 points of light. Recreational opportunities should be a part of what we give back here in Flint. Our park system and our public spaces where we can come together and commune together and gather and share in these spaces, playing basketball, football, all these great things. And Flint is home to 74 parks, from our downtown green spaces to our riverfront and local parks and murals. We are transforming old industrial spaces into natural spaces, clearing the way for our families to play and connect. We are proud to host Genesee County's first state park. Give it a round of applause. This historic project, when it comes online, right in the Chevy in a Hole, our old manufacturing site, it's going to be generational. I want to thank our partners from the state of Michigan for helping us with this, the Charles Stewart Mott for helping invest in this great resources. We'll be building brand new trails, waterfront access, green spaces, and year-round activities. We are going to be changing the next generation. The next generation. Think about that. Also, we have to respect the past. You know, growing up in Flint, much like any community with a heavy minority population that came to get a better life, we have to honor places like the St. John's neighborhood. Next year, early next year, we'll be breaking ground on the St. John's Memorial Park in tribute to our historic neighborhood where Black families came seeking a better life. And this is great. And Mr. Warlow is here. Give them a round of applause for their advocacy. And at one time in Flint, prior to the emergency management, Flint operated 8 community centers. The emergency manager closed them, liquidated them, and dismantled them. This took away one of our points of light. Today, the Mays Community Center, named after former Councilman Eric Mays, is in full thrive. It's been renovated, and again is a hub of activity. The McKinley Center that was sidelined by a fire, but it's been rebuilt and repurposed, and now we have activity in it each and every day. And the Haskell Community Center. This center is 101 years old. It once housed a bowling alley, a swimming pool, right? and much more in there. It had all of those things. And we took this facility, more than a century old, we went to work, and now it's the home of the Glenn Kelly sports field. This is where children now have access to a new 120-yard field, opening opportunities in soccer and lacrosse and football. But let's take a little closer look at this transformation of taking green space and making it into something that we all can use. Give it up for Glenn Kelly. You know, we look at this picture in the monument, you know, we look at the soldiers there. You know, Glenn Kelly is the father to Jason Kelly. That's significant because General Jason Kelly of the U.S. Army is right here from Flint, Michigan. You know, I tell you, our kids need the opportunity to dream, hope, and to be able to participate. We can't steal that away from them. And our community should fuel those level of activities. In our downtown area, right here in our downtown, a $40 million YMCA, a new YMCA stands as another symbol of progress. A modern space for athletic activities, a space for healing families and recreations. And it's been built through philanthropic, private, and municipal partnerships. The Y is a testament to why we can achieve things, stronger things, together. And that's important. On our east side is another side of town that didn't get not a lot of love. But I want to thank Councilwoman Judy Priestley for her advocacy. Give her a round of applause. The Latinx Technology Community Center continues to grow as a cultural educational anchor. Under the leadership of ASA, the Latinx district is coming to life in a powerful way. And let's hear more about what's happening there from ASA. ASA?
At the Latinx Technology and Community Center, we're proud to partner with the City of Flint to help make our community feel more connected. Together with Mayor Neeley, we launched a historic effort to provide language translation for city services, ensuring every resident, no matter their language, can access the support they need. This partnership is about more than words. It's about belonging. We're excited to share that the Latinx district is growing, helping every family feel at home in Flint Story. We are officially under construction on Flint and Genesee County's first bilingual early education center. Through prayer planning and partnership, our goal is to complete construction by the end of 2026 and proudly open our doors to the community. Gracias por el apoyo y nos vemos pronto.
You know, the City of Flint is home to many recreational opportunities here in the City of Flint, and I'm proud to continue the Festival of Lights, Cinco de Mayo, the Water Fest, FIM celebration, the Black Rodeo, and Juneteenth. And Juneteenth will remain to be a holiday here in the City of Flint, I guarantee you that. The Crim, Back to the Bricks, and the Gus Macker. You know, in 2020, a year before our nation declared Juneteenth a holiday, we did it here in the City of Flint to recognize all cultures and all people, to make sure that everybody is valued the same. We want to make sure we continue to do that. And as we strike out in our daily lives, I'm enlisting all of you to continue to do that. We have to invest in the strongest piece of what we have as people, and that's our young people. An investment is something that you invest in and you expect greater dividends up on that investment. You can never fail by investing in a child or a youth. Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. And we have to continue to inspire our nation. And a major milestone here in the city of Flint, first time in 50 years, we have built the Holmes Brondale Cube, another new concept, and I'm proud to be alumnus from Holmes Middle School. You saw that little wrestling picture of me, right? Yeah, I was undefeated, just so you know. Mostly because there's no other person weighed 66 pounds in the city of Flint in the 7th grade. But definitely, we want to continue to have projects like this made possible. But our philanthropic partnership and small collaborations of Board of Education members made this happen. And we want to give back to those individuals and those young people each and every day. Also, we wanted to take other spaces, make them thrive and grow. Our central Whittier campus, this site was one of the first sites inside the city of Flint. In 1923, this location was built. It's been closed for some time now. I want to thank State Representative Cynthia Neeley, Senator John Cherry for their advocacy, getting $35 million for the rebuild of this. More work still has to be done. As you heard, the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation gave another $5 million for the demolition of the old site so construction can begin. But doors will open up on this site probably in 2027. A new journey begins in the city of Flint, investing in our young people. We need these skills each and every day to be able to call life, life, right? We talk about AI. I talk about me, right? We have to do that, and we have to give kids the opportunity to engage in these soft skills earlier on. So the city of Flint struck out, and we created summer jobs for kids. And I'm proud to say over the last 2 years, the city of Flint has created 200 jobs for Flint students. Now you gotta think about this. These jobs teach us responsibility, teamwork, time management, and most of all, how to de-escalate in situations. Now, as an African-American man, it is sad to say that the #1 cause of death for black men in America is gun violence. Those are those real conversations, right? Uncomfortable, but necessary. So we have to do more. We have to invest in more in our young people. I want to ask City Council, we're going to be putting resolutions up soon to be able to continue summer jobs and summer activities for these young people. And just as importantly, we have to equip them with everything they need. Financial literacy skills. I want to thank our financial partners at Algo Credit Union and also Financial Plus, because not only did we give them jobs, we taught them how to use their money and to invest their money in the savings accounts and how to do that. I want to see if the lady pointed. You see this little person right there? That's my daughter, Taylor. I'm proud of her. I'm very proud of her. And so we're going to continue to do that in the city of Flint. And I want to make sure we continue to do those things. We have a CDI PI program inside the city of Flint. Federal dollars coming in. Latrice, formerly Brown, she just got married, and I forgot the last name already. It's tough because I officiated the wedding. But that's okay. She's another young person that we're investing in. And also Faith Jr. is a person that came to me as a high school senior and said that she wanted to be a part of the Mayor's Youth Council. We owe it to pass on things to our younger generations. So we are a welcoming city hall to those young people each and every day. And to share more about this, the director of CDI PI, Latrice and Faith.
Keeping neighborhoods safe takes teamwork and trust. Through our new peer mediation program with Flint Community Schools, 40 students learn how to resolve conflict and build positive relationships. And it's already making a difference with better attendance and fewer suspensions. With up to $450,000 in new funding for local organizations and data support from Michigan State University, we're turning lessons into action and helping communities heal, one neighborhood at a time.
Being part of the Mayor's Youth Council gave me my first real look at how civic engagement works. I saw how every department and decision came together to serve Flint, and it taught me the power of community. Now at college at Saginaw Valley State University, I realized how much that prepared me from advocating for myself to leading with confidence and working well with others. I am grateful to Mayor Neeley for trusting young people like me and sparking the passion for civic engagement I still carry today.
I am so proud of those young people. You know, we saw them here today giving the Pledge of Allegiance, but we have to really show them what it means. Pride, strength, dignity. That's who we are as American citizens. But we have to show it. Kids can only become what they can see. They can only become what they can dream and hope to be. So we're working to rebrand our community. You know, when I travel, you know, the first thing they ask me is, how's your water? And I say, better than yours. Flint is the most tested and the most monitored system in the state of Michigan, if not the nation. We have continued to monitor our system to develop new pieces of technology, engaging and implementing them, showing the rest of the world how we can overcome. What defines us is how we rise. Our Environmental Protection Agency for the state of Michigan is EGLE and the EPA, and we have constantly met the standards. We have developed a secondary delivery system to Lake Huron for our water. Our water is testing well as it relates to lead and copper. So definitely we know that we have more to do and more work there, but definitely we won't be defined by that crisis. The EPA earlier this year talked about this, and they talked about our journey and our challenges. And I want to give you to the EPA director. Well, I want to talk about first, I want to tell you about our guy, Scott Dungy here, right? Scott Dungy is our guy. I love Scott, right? He's in that water plant working all the time, testing water, making sure things are happening correct for us, the residents. And Scott Dungy has been doing the great work in that new facility that we just built. Let's hear from Scott.
At Flint's water plant, our focus is simple: clean, safe, reliable water for every resident. We're renovating our 20 million gallon reservoir, upgrading computer systems, and strengthening oversight with top engineering partners. Our team goes above industry standards when it comes to testing and training because trust in our water matters. With new technology, transparency, and teamwork, we're protecting the progress we've made and securing Flint's water for generations to come.
Yes, yes. You know, it's important to have, you know, trusted people and staff people doing the work each and every day. You know, earlier this summer, the U.S. Administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, Lee Zeldin, he had an announcement, but he made a visit to the city of Flint first. We met, we looked at the test results, he looked at the history, he visited our water plant, and we said, hey, we are here and we are ready. And he had this announcement for the nation.
EPA has been working closely with our state and local partners in Flint, Michigan for several years to restore safe drinking water. It's been a long, arduous journey, but significant progress has been made over the last decade to revitalize their water infrastructure and ultimately achieve this goal. That is why I am proud to announce that as of today, EPA will be lifting its 2016 emergency order on drinking water in Flint.
That was a major announcement. A major announcement, you know, from 2016 to just this year, we were under that emergency, under that stigma. And we're still monitoring, testing, and upgrading our system, and we will continue to do so. but definitely we have more work to do. Water has been a hot topic all across our country. But in 2017, before I arrived, the city of Flint signed a 30-year agreement with GLEWA to provide the city of Flint with water. And since that time, the cost of water from our provider has been inclining each year, increasing the cost each year. This year alone, they increased the cost of water by 6%. But we refuse, and we have not passed it on to the end users, you, the residents. We have been working hard to find ways to reduce the cost of water. I believe water is a human right. But thanks to our American Rescue Plan dollars and members of City Council, we took $2 million to make and develop a water stabilization fund. We placed that into the water fund to pay that high increase from the water provider. And so we have to do more, and we have to think about ways to be able to reduce costs of water, especially when it's something that I believe is a human right. You know, we have to have relentless activity and engaged conversation, courageous conversations to be able to engage in these spaces. You know, and finally, after these years of working here, we have more work to do. We have more work to do. We got good news just a couple days ago. The water lawsuit settlement. Residents have been waiting on those dollars, those long-needed dollars to support their families, my neighbors and friends and family. The judge of the U.S. District Court, the 85th District, has given permission to the special master, and I have to be careful here because the city of Flint was a defendant and we paid into that, but to finally start releasing dollars. But I want to caution each and every one of you and all the residents to make sure you seek out the best information, the good information, because good information matters. Bad information hurts. So I want them to go to the website, and I think we got the website here. You can dial that number. I just want to use a laser. 888-893-7470. And this official website to understand how these dollars are going to be released. And we're going to try to assist them to help expedite the payments to you, our Flint residents. This is a major step. More work still needs to be done. Prayer, planning, partnership, patience, and persistence. I need your help. Everybody needs to weigh in on these things. And today, growth is on the horizon. Tonight, I'm proud to keep telling you, for the first time in 25 years, I said this earlier, our population is growing. Families are choosing Flint again to live. This is a safe and uplifting opportunity for more people to come here to live and work and raise their children and build a future that we all can be proud of. We must also allow our families to grow in a stable environment. But definitely, these are transformational efforts being done right here inside the city of Flint. You heard the 5 points of light: residential, recreation, economics, education, and safety. It's happening. I'm proud to talk about some of the other FIRST programs here in the city of Flint. You heard about RX Kids. This is the first program in the nation that has a community-wide parental infant cash payment prescription program. That's what the RX stands for. It's groundbreaking, and it's spreading across our state. You know, it's changing lives. You know, this recent program has helped more than 3,800 families. We have reached people. And we talk about communities, and we talk about the infant mortality ratios of Black children dying 4 times more than Caucasian children. The maternal mortality ratio. Black and brown mothers dying 3 times more than their Caucasian counterparts. We have to do more. I'm proud to be the mayor of a city that has Hurley Hospital here. Give them a round of applause. I'm proud to be the mayor where we have McLaren Hospital here. investing hope, stability. This is what we need to do. We have to remember what we are and our mantra. We are Flint strong. And this brings me to a little bit of the entertainment portion of the program. I have a city administrator. I consider him one of my best friends. He's been doing a fantastic job. Mr. Clyde Edwards, I gave him an office with no windows, so he can't tell what time of the day it is. I haven't seen him yet this week or last week. He was on vacation. But I know he wanted to take part in this because he always claims all this great work that's being done inside the city of Flint is his idea, right? You've seen all the great work that we've done together, right? But let's hear from our city administrator, Clyde Edwards, to try to take credit.
Flint has turned a corner from crisis to stability and now to transformation. We've secured funding for Flint's first new public high school in decades, reimagined Riverbank Park, and broke ground on Michigan's first urban state park right here in the city. We also opened a new interactive teller center to expand financial access and launched clean energy jobs through the state's first hydrogen hub. These are the big moves that keep Flint rising together.
He does work. He does a good job, too. One of our heroes, and this is a great American leader, this is one of the quotes that I like. In the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. We are an engaged administration. I like to call my administration a social-minded administration. We care more about the next generation than we do the next election, and that's true. We're providing the level of help and understanding in these spaces. But I need all of you. Prayer, planning, and partnership, patience, and persistence. So I'm deputizing everyone that can hear the sound of my voice, and we're going to rebroadcast this later, to that effort. We have to move as a community, and then you have to have a steady heartbeat to make sure we can move. And then we have to kind of, with that heartbeat, is add in a little bit of life. You got your heartbeat. You have life. Now we got to have a little fun. Let's add a little spice to our life. Yeah. A heartbeat. Life. Spice. A little bit of rhythm to it. That's the harmony of the community. Working together. Coming together. Striving together. Fighting together, surviving together. This has been a wonderful opportunity. And I want to introduce you to somebody before the council comes up and adjourn the meeting, Vice President Machad. But first, I want to introduce you to the Henry Hawks. Take it away. This has been your 2025 State of the City Address. God bless you and thank you.
know you all are the ones who do the real work. So congratulations to you all on a fine address this evening. And this closes out our special city council meeting. I need a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
There's been a motion to adjourn by the councilwoman in the second ward. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman in the third ward. The time is now 7:27 p.m. on Tuesday, December 9th. I hereby call the city council meeting to a close. We are adjourned.